you get the job done. It doesn't always go to plan, Brenton, but if you get the job done, that's all that matters.
Well, someone like that, his potting ability is absolutely fantastic. For the people at home that are assuming that every shot you play, you get exactly where you want to be, and like for other guys that come down and watch the comm and don't play in it, and have won Australian titles and that, and they say that the commentary should be run by women. I mean, we'd rather have you on. We'd rather have you on, Travis Crawley. Like, it's a long way to come just to watch a tournament. Most other blokes have flown here and actually played in it. We've risked our money and most of us have lost, but at least we've played in the comp. But
well, we've got some people at home saying that Johl will take it out and he's got the momentum, but it's one frame at a time from here. It depends a lot on this break, I think. Whose break is it? Could be Rusty's break, so a lot depends on the break. We'll know more in a couple of minutes. But, you can't give Rusty away. Absolutely not. No, it's Rusty's break. Oh, we just had word that Travis wasn't allowed to play. His wife didn't let him play. Sorry, Trav. Apologise for that. And that's the third time he's done it in the match, and that could cost him big. And that's why he stamped his cue on the ground, because he could have prevented that. It was his own fault. Now Johl is at the table 9-7, and he's going to go to the Reds. There's only one problem, but easy double. Probably doesn't have to develop it. Might be looking to clear these three reds at the top first, unless he's he's coming down, and just one of those shots. Brenton, you're moving the white ball 3 feet into a ball, maybe not necessary, and could come unstuck. You didn't need to do that.
I totally agree with what you're saying, but I think I understood his plan. He's trying to float down here to underneath these bottom 2 reds here and promote the red on the right-hand side rail near the middle pocket, and that does make the out a lot easier. But I think you're right. He probably didn't need to. He could have cleaned up the ball up the top, like you were saying, and come down and then finish this side of the table and finish on the black up to the corner. But this late at night, everyone's got a different way to go. He hasn't played the shot well, obviously, so it makes it look very bad. But he's still a fantastic player with amazing potting ability. I wouldn't put it past him to finish off here.
No, you're right. And I'm not saying my way is the correct way. I'm just giving my opinion, and I guess people are a different opinion of what way that we would possibly see it. I guess it depends on the player. But I think lower risk means a higher chance of potting out.
Oh, I totally agree with you 100%. But for the amount of April that he plays, I think he's played probably less April than any other players that have been to national titles and stuff like that. That is not a great result. He tried to promote that red and he hasn't not moved it at all. If anything, moved it worse. But he has got an out here. He's got a little bit lucky by leaving himself on that red. And you know with Johl, only just half a chance. And if he continues here and gets... Well, he's got no result there. But he's got a massive safety option here, obviously, with a couple of safe yellows. And a very easy snookering option. What would you do here, Ronnie?
I would consider. I don't know if he's got the angle. Well, your first thought would be to stun off the red and snooker behind the other red, but he's going to go up the top, I think. And it's fair enough. I mean, it's a hard pot, but if he gets it, he's out. And there's nothing wrong with going for this because Rusty still doesn't have an easy out. He's missed. Probably was the right shot to go. I mean, Rusty's still got to do the business, and it's 9-7, he's down and probably not feeling as good as Johl. So black's on the rail, two yellows near the rail, and I think it's probably a good shot by Johl. In or over was good.
To anyone that's not 100% convinced on my commentary ability, I'm just having a couple of drinks and someone dragged me in here. So if you don't want to listen to me, turn the radio off and just watch the show.
I actually think Brenton's doing quite a good job. All those listeners at home. Go away, Travis. Yeah, now we've got some. Oh, it's his wife. Okay, go away, Travis's wife. Another one down the rail, and no trouble with that. Now, definitely a chance to clear here. I mean, the black's probably going to be a double. Might follow through here for the one up the rail, the other one down the rail. Probably a bit further than he wanted, but he's not too bad. He'll play this one down here first to make sure he's got easy position for the double on the black. And he just has to roll that last yellow in. And that's perfect. Nice shot. Big pockets, but easily missable under these circumstances, Brenton. Cool, gee whiz.
I was just about to, before Ron finished, and say, previous. Oh, hang on 1 sec. Good opportunity here to see. And like we've seen so far, that's the difference. One bloke's nailed the double, and the other bloke's missed two doubles in the last 3 or 4 frames, and that could be the difference in the match. But what I was going to say about the two yellows is that one of them is hit confident, like he wants to pot it, and pot it easily. The other one was a sort of a stab, and it's just gone in. But you'd expect Johl to pot out here and make a 10-7 gap, and that's going to be hard to. Although he's come further than he would have wanted, I would have thought.
Definitely, Brenton. I'm actually not confident here because we've said it a few times and Johl's sort of faltered. Yeah, I mean, should get him, but he's just made it a lot harder.
Well, the advantage here is you can run this one down the rail. It's almost a free shot. You'd never like to leave Rusty a shot. If you do miss this down the rail, which he may not, but it's a free shot. The white's going over underneath the black. It's a free shot, but I wouldn't like to leave Rusty a shot.
Yeah, it's a free shot, but you just don't want to leave him even on double, do you? Because there's a chance that it'll go in, and then you're kicking yourself. So he'd probably want to see this go in, but he'd still be in the box seat if it doesn't. Yeah, he's potted it, and it's another decision to make. Even if he runs that red up to the top corner, Brenton, there's a possibility that the black will cut into that corner. So he's got to make a pretty crucial decision right now.
For me, just looking at it straight away, I think you run off the edge of this. Promote the red a little bit, come off the cushion and back yourself to know the angle, off the side rail and back to a position underneath the red. That's
a good way to go, but the only thing is if it's an easy snooker to get out of, he can leave the white tucked up against the black. You've got to think about that too. If he snookers him on the black, but it's not a good snooker, then Rusty can still make him play a full-length shot or even tuck him behind that black.
Yeah, but for me, if you got a good snooker, you're promoting the red to just do in the corner near the corner pocket, and you're saying to him, if you don't hit it, I'm out. If you hit it, I've got another safety shot. Unless you promote it, but then I'll back myself to pot it.
Well, he said he's played the first shot that we said, but it wasn't a good shot because if he was going to play that shot, he had to get the red right over the hole. Because Rusty, as he's done, can easily just nudge the black. He might have left him on a double, but Joel certainly could have done better with that red. That's not an easy shot. He might... yeah, it's hard to even get a safety here. Do you have a crack?
Well, we were just talking about the doubles. Now, Joel nailed the double that he deliberately got on, and Rusty's missed a couple of doubles that have changed the swing of the match. For me, I'm one of those guys that will just get down and pump it in, but Joel's pretty... He knows, like, he thinks about it a lot, and he played the right shot. We don't know the exact angle from where we are, but...
Yeah, a few people saying at home if the double's on, then obviously you should go for it. But it's not. I mean, you can't see the definite angle from here. You might be. Well, we'll see. Looks like he's going to stun the double in. Well, Brenton suggested he might be running off the edge, and if he does, it has to be good because you can cut that black from most positions on the table. That's no, he needed to punch into that more and straighten up the angle. And he's just dropped the elbow, I think, there, Brenton. Dropped the elbow and hasn't given any stick and hasn't straightened up at all. So that's 9-8, and Rusty will be very happy to win that frame.
I 100% agree. After talking about how good Joel's played the double before that shot there did look like he didn't hit it with the pace that was required because the pace was straightening it up off the side rail. And it didn't, for me, from our angle that we're looking at, it didn't look like the angle it wasn't a straight double. It was one where you needed to move the weight up the way and straighten it up a little bit off the rail. That's one of those ones you want to punch in very nice, and you know it's in within half a second of hitting the shot.
Yeah, the sooner the better. Well, this is what we all tuned in for, a nice close final. 9-8 to Joel Younger. And he'll be hoping to see a ball go down here. It's not stating the obvious, but he doesn't want to see that white going. And that's well, he did control the white nicely until the ball came and hit it, but he'd be happy to get ball and probably looking at the reds. Well, you got a bit of protection with the reds, and yeah. I'd say he's going to go out here, Brenton. I don't think he might not have the angle there to play into those reds, but he played into the yellow, and it's not too bad. He's still got a couple of options there in the middle of the table, but it could have gone wrong.
Definitely couldn't go wrong, but I think these race to 11s aren't about playing the safety shot and giving your opponent a shot when there's a chance that you don't need to. I mean, you can't always go game, but there's half chances where you have to have a go, and I think that time was now. He's thinking about trying to get 10-8 ahead, not making another 10-minute frame, and make sure that he gets a result. He's still probably 60% chance of going game here.
Yeah, well, that plant looks pretty straight, so if he's anywhere in that area without having too much angle on the red and not losing control of the white, he's looking good. So this is a key shot here. But he's got a big area actually where he can leave that wide. So just and that's good enough. Screw back onto the rail and out. Well, he's got to play the plant, but he still needs a good angle on the second last red to position across for the last one. So if it's too straight, it's going to be a lot harder. Let's see how it turns out, and that's a great shot. You're licking his lips right now. It's a perfect angle. Straight through the yellows, into the yellow. Take your pick. You can do either one of those, I think.
So that's the difference about having Ron Kelly on the commentary board. I didn't even think about coming into the yellow. I just thought the gap. But I guess that's why they pay him the big bucks.
Well, Brenton, I'd prefer to go between the yellows, but I'm not sure what type of angle he has. And that was a bad shot. Once again, stating the obvious. Yeah, he, well, might be the arm, Brenton. He stunned it. He hit the white ball lower than what he wanted to. Might just be that elbow dropping a bit. I'm not sure, but I think that was pressure. Yes, definitely between the yellows would have been the shot, and probably what he was trying to do is just bad execution. Yeah, Brenton, on a positive note, and the 9-0 would be more exciting than 10-8.
Well, I think, for all the people watching at home and all the people who come here to watch the match, unless you're Joel's best mate or you're Rusty's best mate, it's about watching some good pool. And for me, as a fellow pool player, there's nothing better than seeing two blokes under the pump and see how they handle it. And, what we say in April is you miss your last ball, and very rarely that you're going to get another chance at potting it unless you do something special out of a snooker. Rusty's a smart player. He's been played pool for a long time. He's not giving him a shot of this. Unless Joel's done something special, Rusty wins this frame. He might, for me. 9-all, right back on again.
You're right. The only way that Joel can win this now is if Rusty makes a mistake. He's got to rely on your opponent making a mistake, and that's not a real good spot to be in. Not a good feeling. Rusty's not mucking around, he's going for it. Oh, gee whiz, it fell. Must have been an earthquake.
If anyone at home wasn't convinced or hadn't been told about the size of the pockets and the fall of them, I think Rusty's tried at home to show everyone just how nice the drop is.
Well, it's just a matter of deciding which ball to go now, and he can go any one of those balls. Looks like he's going to leave this one on the left-hand side till last. If he leaves the white ball about 6 inches to the right as we look at it now, then he'll have perfect angle on the last yellow, and that's about perfect. It's a good shot. You shouldn't miss this.
He's missed this, and I'm not sure if Joel's got the whole angle, but for the people watching at home, a giant kilo 187. No, they're not the same size as the ones at Empire, mate. Rusty will be pretty disappointed with that, and depending on the angle, we haven't got perfect from here, but if it's even close to on, he's going to be able to play enough right-hand side to turn around here and just knock it in. And he's gone. That is what they call a turning point.
Isn't that amazing, Brenton? That's just a perfect example. There's never a sure thing in sport, and that was 10-8 all the way. I mean, Rusty gave it to him, handed it to him on a platter, and you never know what's going to happen. Amazing.
For all those people that use the Facebook thing, OMG. And once again, OMG. This is what we've come to late at night after playing for about 13 hours. Sometimes you relax a tiny little bit. You relax a tiny little bit when you think that you can calm down and just relax, and you do something like that.
Brenton, this is 8-ball drama in the highest degree. This is. We've got oohs and ahs in the crowd. $8, $9, $11,000. 2 shots on the black, and he's fouled. And he's conceded the frame. Well, that is amazing. That's not something you see every day. That was quite an interesting finish to that frame. Not much to say. There's just people kind of looking around the room, not knowing what to think. But that's what happens.
I'll tell you right now, Ronnie. If I was in the room where Rusty is right now, I wouldn't look anywhere near him. He could burn you with his eyes, I'd imagine. He would have the dirtiest look on his face right now.
Well, Brenton, let's see how much character. Let's see how much character and poise Rusty Wheeler can show here, because he's got the split. He can pot out off a break. Let's see how good he is, and how mentally strong he is, and he should be able to run out these balls. Okay, he just needs to put that behind him. Not sure if he can, but he should. And I know it's not easy, but we'll see how strong he is in his head.
You're absolutely right. This would be a fantastic example about how mentally sound he is and his temperament, because besides the match in the Australian singles in 2007, I'm pretty sure besides the semi-final he played against Mick Dundee when he was under the whip, and he played some extremely fantastic 8-ball to get out of that match. Every other match he won it pretty much in a canter, and there wasn't a whole lot of... The final never put nothing against Stevie Woods. He's done fantastically to make 2 Australian finals in a row, but he was on his flow and he was doing it easy. So this will be against a player like Johl, you don't think you're going to get enough chances sometimes to win a match, let alone give away frames and still come back.
Now, well, there's no second chances now. He's either going to do it or he's going to lose. And sometimes when you're in that situation, it can work for you, Brenton, because you know you can't afford to miss. And I'm sure he wasn't thinking that last frame, but he's certainly got the balls here now. He's probably got an angle now, actually, to get under that last yellow, but he might save it till last. He might not have the perfect angle. If he's playing this one in the middle now, I'd imagine he's leaving that one till last. And I don't know if that's the best angle. Does look straight. Very interesting, and now he's thinking about coming underneath it for the yellow in the middle. Off the red. So that was quite a poor shot. Got a chance. He may even play the double, but I probably think he'd probably play the cut. If he misses, he might still cover. No, he's going to play the double. That's wide.
in the end, it may end up 11-8, and you'd have to say that 3 crucial doubles now have maybe decided this match. And, obviously a couple of incorrect positional shots, but over the last, say, 5 frames, there's been some important doubles that have been missed and made, and that could decide this match. Joel's not missing from here. He knows he's a winner, and he knows how to find the finish line. And there's a lot of players that don't know how to find the finish line, but there's no doubt about Joel. He knows the finish line. What?
Well, you'd think so. That black that Rusty missed in the last frame with 2 shots would have taken a bit of a weight off Joel's shoulders. Now he's 10-8, not 9-all. And he knows that Rusty's rattled, so that's going to give him a bit of steam coming home. But with perfect position in the corner. I don't know, we say it time and time again, but it's easy for these guys to make mistakes after this long and under this pressure. So we won't ride it off yet. Joel's obviously a hot favourite, but who knows? Doesn't really have to get any type of great position to the black. Just needs to roll this one in. And if he's on this straight in the middle, the next red, it is all over. And that's about as good as you wanted. Yep, I think he'd probably have a bit of a fuzzy feeling in his tummy right now. But you would love to be Joel Younger right now. Probably might even top through. Top through or stun?
I think you'll stun off this, but you wouldn't mind being Joel Younger. You also wouldn't mind being his wife/girlfriend or something. She's thinking about what she's going to buy. Because I reckon there's about 11,500 about to go into Joel's pocket here, Ron.
Yes, and I don't think he'll miss this. We've said it before, but it's got to stop at some point, and 11-8 to Joel Younger, I think, is the end result. And congratulations, Joel Younger, the Big Guns champion of 2011.
Yeah, and obviously not from just from, but from me as well, fantastic performance to beat a player like Rusty Wheeler twice in a race to 11 when he sat back and waited for another person to come back and play. He's obviously got great confidence sitting there going, I've got 2 chances at the cherry. Joel is like we've said before 10-15 times, his temperament's amazing, and his obviously professionalism and the confidence in himself must be amazingly high to come back and beat a great player like that twice.
Yes, Brenton, champions do that. They get beaten by the player and then come back and beat them twice, and that shows spirit. He's a champ. Well done, Joel Younger, and we'll see everyone later on. Thank you, Brenton. Thank you, QBall.tv. See you later.